Are we live across all of our channels?
Yeah.
Yeah, we are. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Styles UK YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram live. I'm thrilled to have you with me today, our second live of 2025. And trust me when I say this one is going to be a great one. Now, for those of you that are new to joining us on a Friday, we are Styles UK and we are the leading supplier of heat transfer vinyl, Hotronix heat presses, and of course our world leading custom heat transfers, which we're going to be using today. For anyone new, we go live every single Friday for a heat print masterclass. I have Beth behind the camera. Say hi, Beth.
Hello.
She will be checking all of the comments throughout, and we love to know who's watching with us. So if you are watching live, leave us a comment, let us know who you are, your company name, and where you're watching from. And of course, any questions you might have for us throughout the live. Now, today we're talking about what is new for seasonal and event printing in 2025. So you'll probably be familiar with our 2025 Leavers artwork template. If you're not, we'll recap just a little bit more about what that means in a second. But essentially, you can use this template for more than just Leavers hoodies. You can use it for school events, you can use it for trips, you can use it for universities, you can use it for corporate companies, even things like hen and stag do's this is relevant for. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. Now, you might be thinking, how the hell am I going to do this? Now, we've laid everything out. We've got all of our designs here. We've planned everything. So all you have to do is watch the live, take in what we say, and then apply that to your existing customer base. So it should be nice and simple for you. So let's talk a little bit about what I'm holding right now, this Leavers hoodie. So for those of you that have a heat press, Leavers is something that you should definitely be looking at printing with your press. This is one of the most profitable things you can do with your heat press. Okay, so all you have to do is get your hoodie, get your free artwork download, which we do create and give away for free. There will be a link to that in the comment section in just a second where you can download it. And then once it arrives, all you have to do is just paste in the names. Again, we have tutorials on how to do this as well, and get it printed as a transfer, put it on there, and that's it. That's your Leavers hoodie done. So really simple, really profitable thing to do with your heat press. Now, this is your like traditional Leavers 25 print. Even if you're not a heat printer, you will have seen these before. You've seen students in them out and about, teenagers walking around town in them. And there's other options you can do as well. So you can customize them. We've got sleeve print on here. This is actually the finished product of an upcoming YouTube video. So if you want to know more about exactly how we achieve this, make sure to hit that subscribe button. But today we are talking about how you can utilize this part of the print. So taking off the levers and what can you do with the 2025 aspect of it. So we've got a few different garments today that we're going to be printing onto. Different examples, they're all kind of different markets, I would say. And yeah, we're just going to help you figure out how to cover all of them in today's live. So before we get printing, Beth, who have we got with us today? Any of our regular viewers? Any questions?
Darren is with us on YouTube again.
Hi, Darren.
We love Darren. He says, happy Friday, everybody. And
we love a Friday live.
We've got some good but quiet watchers on TikTok and Instagram today. So
get your questions in, guys.
Yeah, let us know where you're watching from. Pop any questions that you want Molly to answer in the comments and we'll do our best to do that for you today.
Exactly. So the one thing I'm going to say before we actually get starting on printing is that we've kind of done this so that you can use it for your existing customer base as well as potential new customers. So for example, if you're already printing Leavers hoodies for schools, why not branch out and offer to cater their sports day, for example, which is one of the prints that we're going to do today. You could offer to do like a uni rugby tour. We've got another example of that today. If you've got corporate companies that you do sort of their basic like brand logo, like what I'm wearing today, why not offer to do something for their away day or staff event if they have those throughout the year, stuff like that. And then of course, hen and stag do's happen all year, every year. So as long as you know someone that knows someone that's getting married, those jobs are just ones that you can easily take on and print for and kind of do without thinking, really. They're going to be super, super simple. So first one I want to do is the school sports day. Now, if I show you my example, if I can get hold of it. So our normal Leavers print is a little bit bigger. Okay, so this is our Leavers one. This is the sports day one. You can see it's a bit smaller because we're going to put it onto like a primary school like hoodie, sweatshirt, that kind of thing. So we've of course shrunk the size to make sure that we're not putting a massive adult print on the back of like a student's hoodie. And I'm going to do this Sports Day print onto this adorable,
So
I'm sorry,
tiny.
can we just say how cute this is?
Tiny
Little hoodie. We're going to put it onto, I don't actually think it's that small. I think it's like, it's 7 to 8 years, but like it still looks really diddy. We're going to be putting the 2025 print onto the back of this today. I'm going to show you how to do that. But I also wanted to incorporate something a little bit different for what you can offer your customers. So what I've also done is print off the different like teams that you potentially get at Sports Day. So, I mean, I don't know exactly what all of the primary school like teams are called, but this is what they were when I was at school. So I figured we'd just do that for now. But yeah, you can obviously do this for all of the students in the different teams. You can charge more for it because it's an extra print placement and it's customized. And you can also create more like variety of apparel. So I'm going to cut one of these out, but I'm also going to show you how we can take this adorable little t-shirt here with like the blue sleeves, and we're going to put a blue team onto it like that. So if you really wanted to take it a step further, you could even like match the t-shirt that you're printing on with the blue team, and then maybe do like a blue Sports Day on the back. This is going to take some getting used to. So if you had this print, obviously it won't show up white on white. So you kind of see that, but you could do it in the blue to match and create like a t-shirt like that. So there's a few options that you can create with this. So don't just, you know, think of like the hoodie aspect, branch out a bit and try all different t-shirts, especially with kids wear. I feel like it's more fun to do stuff like that for children's wear.
I feel like the primary colours that we're working with today are going to be like really fun on screen as well.
Exactly, yeah. So let's get started with our first print placement then. I'm going to do this blue t-shirt because I've already set the heat press up to be at the right pressure for this pillow. So let's talk through the technical aspects of why we need to use this for this application. So this t-shirt, as you can see here, really nice quality. It's really soft. This is one of the Bella Canvas baby tees, and it's so high quality. I love it. But it has got these seams here where the colors change. Now, if I was to put this onto my heat press platen, obviously it's like slightly cropped as well. So that is the first problem, that you've got the seam sitting here, which we don't want. And this is a large and it's already stretching it a little bit, which we don't want. But you can also see we've got these seams on the edge of the platen here, which we definitely don't want. So what we want to do is raise this white print area where we want our blue team inkjet transfer to go. And in order to do that, I'm going to use this heat printing pillow. Now, obviously, when you put something that's this thick under the press, you need to make sure that when you pull it down, that pressure readout is not too heavy. So it's on a 0 at the moment because I've already lightened it off using this pressure dial in the middle. So if I was to put this under here now, it should read around a 4 to a 6. So that when we put this t-shirt under here, like that, we're just going to take our pillow, load it into the middle, just like that. You can also use pillows, like if you have, for example, a hoodie with like a sweatshirt with a zip, for example, you can thread the garment on normally and then put the pillow underneath. That works as well. But just because this t-shirt is so small, I'm just going to load it on like this. And then just like that, you can see here, any seams that are on the pillow will be pushed into it, and the rest of it is all nice and raised. So we're going to get a nice smooth print area for this. Where is my release paper? So protecting it with a sheet of release paper just like this. I'm going to, hopefully that's on pre-press. Nope. Pre-press it for 3 seconds. So that's on a pressure of 6. I'm going to lighten it a little bit. That's the higher end of medium. Those of you that are new to heat printing, our pressure basically means how much pressure is coming through this machine onto the garment, and that helps apply the transfer. On Hotronics machines, medium pressure is between a 4 and a 6. And if you've got pressure readout on your heat press like you should have, you'll be able to know exactly what pressure your heat press is at all times.
We've got lots of comments coming in now, guys.
Do you want to do some comments?
Yeah, sure. So we've got True Vibes Clothing with us again. They're
Hello.
a regular. They said, hello. Hi, Molly and Beth. I need to get myself a set of these pillows. We had a comment a little bit earlier on Instagram that asked what transfers we're using today.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you want to tell us what transfers we're using.
I can. I should have covered that already, shouldn't I? Thanks for the reminder. So today we're using our Inktra screen printed heat transfers. So these are the newest thing when it comes to Plastisol inks. They are the traditional Plastisol ink Pantone Match that you all know and love, but it's a clear carrier, if you can't tell from what I'm holding, and it's a hot peel as well. So we're going to show you exactly what that looks like in a second. This is the biggest thing in 2025 for screen printed transfers. I cannot even express to you how amazing these feel on the garment. This is probably, I'd go as far to say, our like best feeling transfer that we've bought out. And yeah, it lasts the 75 plus washes that we guarantee. It looks amazing on the garment. Pantone matching is a massive, massive USP, especially for those bigger companies, like we mentioned earlier, corporate companies, schools, universities. They're all going to have specific colors in their logos and in their branding that if you're going to cater for them as a heat printer, you need to be able to exactly match it with confidence. And Inktra heat transfers is what's going to be the one to do that for you.
We had another question that said that from Blue Jobly that said that they struggle with white DTF as the white is not white enough. We're not using DTF today, but perhaps Inktra is the one for you then.
Yeah, I think it depends, doesn't it? Because if you're purchasing direct-to-film transfers from a leading supplier like ourselves, then of course the whites will be really, really bright, but you cannot beat an Inktra white. So like a white on black Inktra transfer is just the best. I've got a black hoodie here. We'll show you what the white on black looks like as we go further into the live.
And then a final hello to Custom Mood on YouTube. And Andy, who's commented, has said, it's Andy from Tribe Apparel. I'm coming down for a meeting with you guys at 3 p.m, so I'm really looking forward to that.
I have been informed about that, and we've got your heat press that you want. I'm literally staring at it. It's on the table behind me. So Richard is ready for you. And yeah, we're super excited to see you this afternoon.
Cool, let's get printing.
Okay, so I'm going to use, even though this is technically a hot peel, I'm going to use release paper just because I want to control how I peel this. I don't want the press to do it for me because it's alive and it's fun and the peel is the best bit. So I'm just going to cover this over. I put my blue Inktra transfer on here, and it's the perfect blue to match this t-shirt. Like it's literally the exact same color. It's almost like I Pantone match that, isn't it? Almost like. Okay, put that under there, and then
she didn't, but you can do if you want.
I didn't, but you can. It's almost like I did because that's really close. Okay, so pressure's on a 4, which is good. The lighter and the medium, so you can see it pulled that release paper up straight away. And then I'm just gonna remove that carrier. Nothing left on there, nice and clean. And then we can take out our pillow. And you've got your blue team t-shirt.
That's really cute.
I really wish I'd have done the blue 25 now. I'm going to order one after this and make a reel for everyone because that looks so cute. Amazing. So yeah, and you can see on here how like soft and thin that is on the garment. You wouldn't even know that that was like not made into the fabric, if that makes sense. It's super soft. This will last 75 plus washes, like I said. So even if it is for an event like a sports day, kids might want to wear them for PE. They might want to wear them at the weekends. Like kids get mucky. You want to make sure you can chuck these in the wash and still have them looking perfect even after a year or two. So why are you laughing?
Sorry, I was laughing because it's kind of giving like Persil advert vibes. And then somebody on TikTok commented, "Are you the lady who does the Holland and Barrett adverts?"
No, but Holland and Barrett hit me up because I would happily give that a go.
Someone has asked, do you use DTF? We actually manufacture it, but we're not using DTF today. What are we using, Molly?
We're using Inktra screen printed transfers. But as Beth said, we do manufacture our world #1 DTF transfers. So hit the link in the description of this video if you want to check out all of our different transfers. We can talk a bit more about different transfer types later on in the live if that's something you'd be interested in. But yeah, so this is print #1. I'm going to put this on a hanger and put it to the side. And then we're going to move on to the super cute hoodie because I have wanted to print that ever since it arrived. So cute. There's #1.
Can you tell me where the hoodie's from? Because somebody did ask that.
This hoodie.
The hoodie that we're printing today.
This one.
Yeah.
This hoodie is the adorable hoodie. Look at the color of it as well. Like, can we just take a moment for the like beigey mottled? Yeah, I think it's recycled. This is actually a Stanley Stella hoodie and it's their kids range. Sorry, I just kicked the camera. It's their kids range. It's 7 to 8 years and it's a really nice quality. It's got some space in here, if I can show you. It's got space in here for a neck label. So you've got like cotton, but then it's fleece on the inside. So like they've allowed you to—
that's a really nice print space.
Have the space to like rebrand it, but then also the feel of the inside of it is like super soft.
The amount of comments we're getting in is giving me anxiety. Thanks, guys.
What about the hoodie or in general?
Just in general, everyone's been really vocal. It's great to see everybody.
Okay, so also this is tiny little hands go in here, but it does also have the kangaroo pocket as well, which is brilliant. And we've lost the soundboard. Technically, what we're doing so well today. Okay, let's print the back of this hoodie, and we'll put a team on the front of it as well. Should we do yellow? I feel like yellow will look better.
Yeah, definitely.
On this colour. What do we reckon, guys? Comment
Yellow.
below what colour we should put on the front of this.
While we're waiting for your comments for the colours, somebody's asked what the hoodie is that you're wearing. It's a tri-dry cropped hoodie.
This is tri-dry. Yeah, it's really nice. It's got a drawstring here, so you can like cinch it in and make it tighter. It's cropped, but it's not too cropped. Yeah, I really like it. I printed this morning as well, and this is like black, so you can see there's like no marks on it. And I'm also wearing an Inktra transfer.
Lauren on TikTok says, I really want to start this type of business. Can I start with no experience?
Yes, absolutely.
Tia said, yes, you can, babe.
You can. So that print that I just did, that's literally all you need to know. All you need to start a business is a heat press. We have many options available, not just this one. You need some form of blank apparel, whether that be a t-shirt, a hoodie, whatever you want to do. And then all you need is some form of transfer. That's literally it. And then you can apply custom garments. We have lots and lots of videos on getting started and like heat press advice, buying, stuff like that. Heat press buying guide is what I was trying to say there. Videos about which transfer types to use for what order, because we've got some for low quantity, some for high quantity, and like scalable pricing when you get into the bigger orders. We've even got like marketing advice videos on our YouTube channel. So literally everything you need to know is on there. Head to the Styles UK YouTube and check it out. And then we're of course on hand to help with anything that you might need. And if you're local, why not make an appointment? Come down and see us and look at all the presses in person.
Yep, that's perfect.
Right, I'm just going to check that this print is quite little, so it should fit. Yeah, that fits on the pillow. Just going to pop my pillow into the hoodie. I might have to adjust my pressure because this hoodie is a little bit thicker than that t-shirt that we were just doing. And I'm going to spin it around so that I don't crush the hood. Just going to lighten my pressure off a bit and hope for the best. And then I don't want this print to be too high because when that hood hangs down, I don't want to cover it over. So that should be about right. Okay, let's give it a pre-press. Yeah, see our pressure's on a 9 there, which is way too high. So I'm just going to twist it off a little bit here so that it's a bit lighter and take my teeny Sports Day 25 print. Now, obviously with the text in here, you could do, I take it Sports Days, like I know the whole school do it, but for like a year group, for example. So if there's enough names to fill like just one year group, you could do that. If it's just the class that you're doing, you could always blow it up and make it bigger. I know this is an adults one, but like the text size for this, there's not as many names in here, so that we've left like a good amount of space. So you can always customize the size of this text as well, depending on how many names you actually have to put in there.
While you're pressing, can you tell Tia about the press that you're using, please? I
can. Let me just make sure that this is going to be the right. White on oat probably wasn't the best decision, but we're here now. Okay, so the press I'm using today, Tia, is called the Hotronics Auto Open. Now, it does what it says on the tin. When it's done, the timer beeps and it automatically opens, which for a new printer in particular is really handy because if you're distracted or you're doing something else or the phone goes or the door goes, this will just open and it won't burn or like over apply anything, which is super handy. If you get a stand for it, like we've got ours on the caddy stand at the moment, you can also get a counter caddy for it, which is behind me. I don't think you can see that, which sits on a tabletop. So this one actually like moves around and then the other one sits like still on your workbench. It's clamshell design, obviously, so you've got like the V opening, and when this press comes down, what you'll find with this clamshell press that you don't get with other cheaper presses is a lot of these clamshell presses will come down from the back first and then they'll close kind of like that, whereas ours kind of comes down like this and clamps shut straight, if that makes sense. So as we bring this down, you'll notice the back isn't actually touching yet. It comes down completely flat, lock it into place. That is a bit overpressured, but we'll go with it. And then it will automatically open. This dial on the top here, if you've been watching for more than a few minutes, you'll have noticed me adjusting this. So this adjusts the pressure of the machine so you can get the perfect print. Just peel this. That's literally all it takes to apply custom prints to garments. It's so easy.
Tia did ask about the pricing for that press. So prices start from £1,130 for the Hotronix Auto Open. And True Vibes, I'm so sorry, I can see you commenting. We've just got so many comments coming through. You can use Inctra on a beanie, but you just want to be careful with scorching and stuff like that. So you can use a Gripflex rubber pad to protect your beanies.
You can, yes, which we can always show you if we want to today, because we have got some beanies at the back and the Gripflex is on there. Yeah, anything else I need to tell you about this press? It does have dual timers as well. So it's set to 160 degrees at the moment because that's what we're fusing with Inctra. If you press the dial, the button in the middle, sorry, you can set your temperature. So you can literally go up and down to a particular degree. Your second timer is your pre-press timer. So a pre-press just basically means that you put this press down on the garment for 3 to 5 seconds before you apply your decoration transfer, because it removes any like creases and wrinkles and any moisture that the garment might be storing from being sat in a box or something like that. And then your second timer is your main press timer. So Inctra applies for 10 seconds. So we've got ours set to 10, but our full color, ultra color transfers apply for 12. So sometimes we just up it by 2. And then if you press it again, all the lights go out and it starts to come up to temperature. This heating element on the top part of the press is the most accurate you'll get in the industry. So most presses just have like one heat from there to there and another rod from there to there. This one has like zigzag rods, really, really intricate, like the whole way down. So whether you're fusing a teeny transfer right on this corner or something smack bang in the middle, the pressure and the heat will be exactly the same and really accurate all over this press. And when it comes to the actual heat of it, it doesn't vary really between the temperature that it's set to. So this is set to 160. If I was to put heat gun on here, on here, on here, on here, it would be the same temperature throughout because it's got so many heat rods in it. The cheaper presses only have like 2 heat rods, for example, and they're really like sparsely laid out. So the temperature from this part of the press to this part could be totally different. And in order to get an application like this that actually lasts and doesn't just peel off after the first wash, like we've all seen a print on a t-shirt that's like coming off on the edges or like half come off, that's because your time, temperature and pressure is not accurate. I feel like I've just thrown a lot of information at you there. Like I said, we have got videos on this explaining time, temperature, pressure, explaining how to apply. We've got one, I think, even t-shirt printing from beginners, stuff like that. So I'm more than happy to stand here and answer any questions you've got, but I don't want to bombard you with too much information.
Lauren says, will we be at P&P?
Yes, we will. We will be at Printmail Promotion this year. We will be on the same stand, I believe. Literally, as you walk in the door, we're like the second one in
D30.
behind Rallowise. Is it D30 again this year? Yeah. Behind Rallowise, and yeah, we'll be at P&P. We're going to be pressing live. We've got 7 different talks, I think, across the 3 days. So yeah, it's going to be a good show.
True Vibe says, yes, please, if you can show me that would be amazing. If you get time at any point, Molly.
The beanie, yeah, we'll do that. I've got it over there.
And then we had a really lovely comment come in from Benny's Yard a little bit earlier. We're fast becoming best friends with Benny's Yard. Yeah. So glad I went with Styles. This is the kind of brand support you can't get anywhere else. Thanks for all the consistent and helpful content, guys. Smile, Molly, because I'm screenshotting it.
Thank you so much, Benny. That's lovely to hear. We have actually been, we've had a few messages back and forth because I think we're going to do some stuff together, which will be fun. But yeah, thanks so much for joining. I love our regular viewers. This is my favorite day of the week.
You guys are so chatty as well. We can barely even present today, but it's fantastic. Don't stop.
Okay, right. What are we doing? Oh, we're already 25 minutes in. This is good. I was like, this live will only be half an hour. No. So this, I don't know if YouTube can see it because it's white on. Can you see that?
Shall I dim the exposure?
Put it on, is it on auto? There you go. So there we go. That's what the print looks, sorry. That's what the print looks like. So it does actually look quite cute. Like you can have like the hood sat back like that, because when it flops behind, you don't want the print to be hidden like that, for example. So when someone's wearing it, it will look more like this. And we've got perfect print with all of these tiny, tiny names. Look, I'll try and do both at the same time. How's that? Does that cover all cameras?
Not quite Instagram.
I'll do this. There you go.
We'll do it separate.
Like that just looks fantastic.
Yeah.
We've got tiny, tiny text on there, applied really well, even on a hoodie that didn't fit on the platen because we utilised our pillow. So now we're going to do the same thing, but for the front. Have we had any comments on colour, or am I winging this?
We have not had any comments on colour. People have just got lots of press questions.
Go for it. Okay, in that case, then I'm gonna do red. I want to do red. I want another blue.
Nice.
But
yeah.
What colour were you at school, Beth?
I don't remember.
I was blue.
I feel like I've blocked that part of my life out.
I could have made me one a new one. Okay, so pillow again. Insert it in, and this time it's even more important because we've got that kangaroo pocket on the front as well, so we really want to make sure to get that out the way, or at least have it sink into the pillow. I'm going to put it a little bit like that so we don't crush the nice what do you call that, collar, because that's actually, for a kid's hoodie, that's really premium. Like the no drawstring effect on that looks lovely. Okay.
Oh, and then they're not going to chew it as well. Kids always chew it.
Oh, I didn't think about that. That's
Yeah.
disgusting. Okay, bring it down again. Locking that in. Yeah, that's still a little bit overpressured. Just lighten it up a little bit. And then we can take our red Inktra transfer, place it on. Now, I normally go around 3 fingers down from the neckline. I'm going to go with the same actually because it's not too far out from an adult's garment. Cover with the paper. And fuse for 10 seconds.
Oh, Darren says his school colours were purple and grey. Purple? I like
purple.
it.
Yeah, do you know what? Purple team, that would have been a good one. My school colour was purple as well, actually.
Was it?
Yeah.
Mine was blue, I think. And burgundy.
Okay, hot peel, nice and easy. Remove that pillow.
For the person who wants to get Hottronics in Mexico, your best bet, your closest branch would be Styles USA.
Okay, red team hoodie. How does that look?
Cute. Stands out really well, especially with your nails. You're coordinating.
I know. How cool is that? How satisfying, everyone. Okay, so this is our little red team hoodie. I mean, you could, I know I've done this in white, but like, again, if you were doing this on a light color, you could even match the levers to, like I said before, blue levers for blue team, red 25. That's what I'm going to call it. It's just because we use it for levers. Red 25 for the red team. Or you don't necessarily have to do it on a light garment either. You could do black and then you could do all white and that would look great as well. This is just the hoodie that we had here today and I wanted to use it because it's really cute.
Benny's Yard and True Vibes clothing are totally bromancing in the comments right now. I love it. We're making new friends today, guys.
Brilliant. Right, so let's quickly do the beanie for True Vibes before we move on. So
the Alien X one, we do have swing away presses if you want to search for the Hottronics Air Fusion and the Hottronics Fusion IQ. You'll find our swing away presses. We're not showing them today, but tune in for our Friday Lunchtime Live next week. We might be using one then.
Is this ultra color?
I got that out of the Inktra box.
Are you sure?
It was in the Inktra
I'll give it
box.
give it a try for a hot peel and
Does
see what
it
happens.
feel like
Okay, so
ultra?
beanie, Beachfield beanie. We're gonna undo the like fold over flappy bit, if you like, and make sure it's all completely one like double layer.
Question is, are we gonna get the placement right?
Right, yes we will, because I get it wrong every time and I'm so determined today. So hang on, how do I?
And for anyone that saw the red beanie,
hang on, let me figure this out.
The red beanie viral video that went up on Instagram a couple of months ago, that was me with the dodgy placement. So Molly shouldn't struggle with this today.
I filmed a reel for one the other day and put it upside down. Losing my mind. Okay, so put the beanie just on the edge like that. You can put the whole thing under there, but like you don't need to. I tend to just put the seams off because they are quite thick and chunky. If
you're worried that's not the right transfer, do you want me to find you a different one?
No, I'll give it a go. If it goes wrong, it's a learning lesson for all of us, isn't it?
Do we need to grip flex?
I'm going to try without. Right, there's no pressure on that, so I'm just going to do it again. So on one.
Somebody said, what about a beanie with no patch? You would want to print that with a custom heat applied patch in that case.
Yeah. Right, where's my transfer gone? Here it is. Okay, so taking our little Styles Inktra, placing it up that way.
Darren says,
no, wait.
Darren says top of design to edge of beanie.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Thanks, Darren.
Bloody hell, that's hard.
Squeezed orange are beanie printing pros.
I can never do this right either because it's, oh, God. Anyway, thanks, Darren. Right, we'll do that. And then we'll press it for 10 seconds. I pressed it on 4. Nailed that.
Good. Okay.
It might scorch a little bit because I've pressed it about 4 times already. Okay.
Is it ultra? Is it? It is Inctra.
Right, don't judge my placement on this because it's not great. That's actually really bad,
Okay,
Molly. Like I could have at least put it in. At least it's the right way up. I could have put it in the middle a bit better.
Okay, so it's not just me with the wonky placement, but I need to repeat Darren's mantra now every time I print them.
Top of design, edge of
Edge of
beanie.
beanie.
Top of design, edge of beanie.
Yeah.
Can I also just say that this is why heat tape exists? Like this right here is why heat tape exists. Why is that so wonky? Okay, so normally what we would recommend you do is take your transfer before you fuse it and tape it where it needs to go so that when you pull that press down, it doesn't move like this did. But that's cute. So yes, you can print beanies with the auto clam. In answer to True Vibes clothing. Right, let's get back to our event printing. So we've done school sports day. Next up, we've got uni rugby tour. Now I'm going to do this on the JH120. I was actually wearing this hoodie, not this exact one, a version of this hoodie this morning. And this is what we wore for Print Run Promotion in 2024. I love these hoodies. This is probably the closest thing you're going to get to retail in like print blank. So it's got the really nice like collar at the front with no drawstrings. It's got a really nice kangaroo pocket with like a little secret pocket inside for your keys, which is really handy. It's super heavyweight. I think it's like 440 or 480 GSM. It's really, really nice. And it's got the like nice fleecy inside to it. So we're going to use this one for the rugby tour because I feel like that's something that the guys would want to invest in, right? If you're going away on your uni rugby tour, probably the only one that you're ever going to go on, you're going to want a hoodie that you not only want to wear and you feel comfortable in, but also something that you are going to keep and wear forever. So we're going to do the back of it. So on this 40 by 50 press, this hoodie is big enough that we don't have to worry about using any pillows or anything. So we're just going to have to adjust that pressure again. Would you please grab me another sheet of release paper? I think they're behind the tag along in the corner. I've just realised I've only got one and I would like to use two for this. Okay, and then the transfer that we're going to use today, I'm super excited about this one. So for the back, we've got this big Styles RUFC Berlin DE25 print. So Styles apparently this year is going to Berlin for their rugby tour. Thank you. And we're going to put that on the back. Again, I'm going to make sure when I put it on that this hoodie doesn't, the hood of the hoodie doesn't get in the way. And because obviously if you were to go on a rugby tour, there might not be as many people as like the whole year group. There are less names in this, but we've made them slightly bigger. And I've put it on a little bit of an angle as well, just to differentiate it from the other levers that we do. So I think that looks super cool. And then, yeah, just a close up of what that looks like for everyone. So first step, as always, we'll pre-press. You're right, they're doing a little hat collection.
Yeah, when you've finished pressing this, we'll talk hats, so stick around, guys.
Okay, that is definitely overpressured. Right, that's the pre-press done, and now we can get our ink to transfer, place it on there. Make sure that hood isn't going to cover it. I'm slightly worried this might scorch a little bit, but we'll go with it. Okay, 10 seconds. Pressure's on a 4. I am nailing this. Guessing the pressure today.
Do you remember what the number was for the type of hoodie?
J120.
Thank you.
JH120, sorry.
There we go.
Okay, remove that and then hot peel. Oh, look at that. Okay, so here is the finished print for that. You can see white on like a dark grey. It looks really, does that look okay? Can everyone see that?
Yeah.
Perfect. I just look at that finish, like that's so high quality. So that's the back print. And then of course we need to tackle the front. Now for this, what I've decided to do, we're going to use a pillow again, because obviously if I load the front of this on like that, even if I pull this collar off, we've got another kangaroo pocket that we don't really want to press. But I've done some little front left chest logos. So this is 10 centimeters by probably about 8 or 9. And this just says Styles RUFC 2025 Berlin Tour, but it's like the little logo. So you can always opt for doing, obviously, the Leavers print on the back and then the custom logo on the front. Where is my pillow? We're going to put that in.
So the beanie that Molly printed, True Vibes, is called the Beachfield BY108. But they do lots of different types as well, which I'm holding up for you now. Lots of different colours.
Oh, I love. Show me that green one. I love
Lots
this
of,
one. Look at that.
patches as
How
well.
nice of a colour is that? I might actually steal that.
And in regards to Blue Jubbly's comment saying, I don't think you can print onto actual beanies without patches, they need to be embroidered. You can use custom heat applied badges like this one here, and they will go onto a regular ribbed beanie just fine.
Okay. Right, now again, I'm lightening off my pressure in the hopes that it will be around medium. That's on a 5. That's actually not far off, considering I did place my pillow under there for those of you that missed that, just to make sure that we can isolate this left chest. And then what I'm going to do is use the point of the hoodie where the hood and like the hood meets the shoulder seam as my center point. And then I use the base of the sleeve as my bottom point. Now, sometimes I do it a little bit higher up just because I think if you've got a particularly bigger hoodie or like it's oversized, sometimes it is a little bit too low. And then we're going to press for 10 seconds. That's literally all it takes. Super, super easy. And we're doing like custom prints for this as well. So this is a customized Styles Berlin 2025 rugby tour with the logo on the front. Front and back, same press, no changing need to be done there whatsoever. We just use the pillow to isolate the area. And there you have your finished logo.
Lovely.
Lovely. So there's print number 2. Let me just hang this back up. And then we're going to move on to the company away day. So for example, if you've got corporate companies and they do, I don't know, maybe they do like a subsidized trip, like the company I used to work for before I was at Styles did like a subsidized ski trip, for example. Like that would have been really cool to have had custom like hoodies or sweatshirts for, even if they have sort of like a summer party, which is what we're going to print today. Why not have like custom tees for it? That would just be so cool. So we're going to do this. So again, the 25 print, it's pink because it's summer and it's fun, but obviously you don't have to do pink. I just wanted to do like a pink on pink sort of effect here.
That's cute.
It's quite cute, isn't it? But obviously dependent on company, like if the company's color was red, you could do red on white or red on black, or you could do like a blue, a purple, whatever. But let's have some fun with this one because it's the summer party, you know, we're going to mix it up a bit. So this t-shirt, for those of you that want to know, is, I think this is the heavyweight. Yeah, this is a Bella Canvas heavyweight tee from their new collection. Really like this. It's a boxy fit. It's thicker than their normal 3001 for those of you that are familiar with that t-shirt. Really, really nice fit.
The hoodie that Molly used previously is the Just Hoods JH120 for those that missed it.
Okay, I'm just going to reset my pressure because obviously we had a pillow under there previously, which is significantly thicker, plus the thick hoodie. We're now at a pressure of 0, which means that we're not going to be applying anything on that.
In response to the comment about the neon colours, DTF transfers can come in really bright colours. You've got the full spectrum to work with. We're using Inktra today, which is a premium screen print process, and you can choose genuine neon Pantones for those.
And you could get the, like neon fluorescence. Fun. Okay, loading our t-shirt on. I love the threadability of this press. It's just like the most easiest thing to use ever. Now for the front print, so we've got this print for the back, utilizing the 2025 artwork template, but for the front, I've done like a logo. So say for example, media company, Styles Media, fun times. That's going to be like the front left chest. So everybody is still branded for their company away day. Oh, that's 10 seconds. Don't do that at home. Okay, so again, using the top of the neckline and shoulder as the midpoint and roughly using the base for that. That's quite low actually. Okay, I'm going to use release paper again just so I can control this peel, and we're going to apply it for 10 seconds. So this press will automatically open when it's finished. Just like that. So if you are new to starting a print business and you don't want to worry about opening it yourself, or if you're a busy business owner and you've got a million other things to do, this is definitely the press that you need. So there you have it. We've got the white and pink on the front of this t-shirt as like the branded. You see that? That exposure's a little bit up.
Sorry, I was trying to find a code for True Vibes. There we go. That's
okay.
better.
So you got the front one. There we go. Styles Media on here, and then we're going to do the back print. So nice branded front. This is a size large, actually, I think. Is this a large? Oh, no, this is a medium. They're quite big, aren't they? They're quite oversized.
Does that label have a code on it?
This does, yeah, it is. Oh, hang on.
Is it the CV001? I can't remember.
3946. Does that make a difference on Bella? I think if you go on Bella Canvas and type in 3946, I think that's this t-shirt.
Perfect, thank you.
Let me just check the inner label. Doesn't have one, doesn't need one. That's all the information you need. Okay, so now we're threading onto the back. The other thing I like about this press as well, like I know I'm taking it off every time to show you what I've done, but if I had just done the front print like this, for example, I wouldn't have to take it off. You just pull it off a little bit, spin it round and thread it back on, because A, we've got threadability, but B, that quick slip that we've got on here, the cover, just makes it so easy to do stuff like that. Okay, 3-second pre-press. And then we're going to take our big Summer Party 25 print, place it on the back. This is going to look so good. Cover it with release paper and press for 10 seconds. So we're creating so many different types of custom apparel here today, and we're doing it all in less than an hour. So really easy to do and cater for so many different markets with the same process. Hot peel, just like that. I probably should have done the text in like a slightly darker color, but
Cute.
But we're here now. So how cool is that? We've got Styles Media Summer Party 25. Who would not want a custom tee? I kind of want to have a summer party now so we can all get like custom tees with our names in. How cool would that be? So yeah, that is the second or third. That's the third one I wanted to do today. We are flying through these. We've only got one more to do, and then I will do another beanie print because I really want to brand up that green one.
Good afternoon, Mel. What time do you call this?
Mel, you're 45 minutes late. What's going on? And in Mel's defense, she hasn't been very well recently, so
yeah.
we forgive you. We hope you're feeling better. Okay, there we go. So there's our summer party tee. Love it. Let's move on to, I'm going to put it this way actually because that looks cool on the front. And the last one I want to do is a stag do. Okay, so we've covered schools, universities, that's sort of one bracket. Then you've got your corporate companies, that's another one. But stag and hen do's happen all year, every year. And why should you not be catering for them? With any luck, they're only going to have one in their life if they're chosen the right partner. That's a whole nother live discussion. We won't go down that route today. But if you're only going to have one stag do, or even if you do have more than one, you still want custom jerseys for it, because how cool is that? So we're going to print Andy is married, but Andy's going to go to Vegas this year and have a stag do. So we've got Rogers Vegas at 25, Andy's stag do. So we're going to make Andy a nice little stag do hoodie today, just to prove exactly how to do that. Now, similarly to what I was saying before about the names, depending on how many people you have going on a stag do or a hen do, it's probably not going to be as many as a class of like 30 or 60 students. So we've made the text in this bigger, but it still looks really effective. And I feel like with the fun text at the top, like it's not as corporate, it's not as university varsity style. I feel like you can get away with it. I don't know, I like that. I think it looks really cool. So let's do the back print first. Hoodie on here. This is a Bella Canvas hoodie as well, actually. I think this is one of their like fleece ones. Yeah, this is the fleece collection. That feels a little bit heavy. We've gone from a t-shirt to a hoodie. So it's slightly thicker. Okay, taking our back print. Place it on. Again, check where that hoodie sits, because you don't want it to be covering up the design. There we go. And we're going to fuse that for 10 seconds. Super easy.
Oh, thank you.
I'm getting confused between what's carrier and what's release paper. Okay, auto open. Hot peel. Oh, lovely. That's so satisfying. And there you have, look at that. So when Andy goes on his stag do,
maybe he could renew his vows, and that requires another stag do, right?
yeah, and you know, Vegas, I think he'd definitely go there. There we go. What size is this? It's a medium. I'm still going to give it to him.
We did have a comment. Someone said they can't hear the lady behind the camera. So I think I'm just talking to myself for the last hour.
So there's the back print, Rogers Vegas 25. I think that looks really cool. But just to make it a complete set, we're going to do the front. Now this hoodie, similar to all of the other ones, has got that kangaroo pocket. So we're going to utilize our pillow again. This is probably one of my most used accessories without even being dramatic. I use this on a daily basis.
While you're doing the front, for True Vibes, can you just demonstrate the left chest logo positioning again, please?
Yes, I can. That's on a 2. Okay, so let me do it on something that's not black because that might be a bit easier for you to see. Let me use this. So this has got a full front print on it, but ignore the print for now. Let me pull this forward so you can actually see the seam. So what I would say to do is use this point here. Can you see that?
Yeah.
This point here where the hoodie meets the shoulder seam, that is your center point on the hoodie. So you go down straight from that. Hang on, let me hold it like that. You go down from there and that's your center. And then the bottom of this sleeve seam here is the bottom of, so not the middle, because obviously it'd be down here, is the bottom. Now, obviously, if you've got a, where is it? If you've got a transfer like this and it's a square, you might be inclined to actually use that as the base point. So it would sit like that. So middle there, bottom to that seam. If you had something that was like, I haven't actually, let me use this. If you have something that's like this, obviously there's 2 designs on that, but imagine it was just one, that would be too low because it's not as high. It would look a bit funny. So maybe like I'd bring it up a bit for that and maybe sort of use middle to middle. Yeah. And obviously it does change a little bit based on the size of like garment that you're using. So just be mindful of that. If you're fusing onto a small, it will probably be like base here and top down. If it's a large, like that bottom of the sleeve might be quite low and you don't want like a left chest that's like under your nipple. So just be a little bit aware of the different sizings of t-shirts, but the general rule of thumb is where the collar neck seam meets, where the shoulder seam meets the collar seam down for the middle and underneath of the sleeve for the base.
What's the video Dave did at PMP explaining that cord?
I think it's like 3 perfect print placements or like 1 press 3 prints or something.
On YouTube.
Yeah, there is a video of Dave explaining that on the press platen, which is very beneficial.
And then before we get fusing, somebody has said, why don't you do a second press when you take off the carrier?
Because, okay, this is... Best like, right, here we go. So if you're second pressing your transfers, I'm sorry to tell you, but you are just wasting your time. You do not need to be second pressing. If your heat transfer is telling you to press it twice once you've peeled that carrier off, if you need to press it again, change supplier. Just change supplier. Like if you're not already buying from Stars UK, I don't know why you're not. But if you're second pressing your transfers, that is the sign of a bad quality heat transfer. I'm sorry to say it. I'm just being honest. We're in the business of helping you be successful here, and I'm not going to help you use a transfer that will probably peel off after a handful of washes. So yeah, second pressing is a no-go. None of our heat transfers need second pressing. Literally press it for the recommended time, temperature and pressure, which is either 10 or 12 seconds. So super quick. Peel that carrier, move on, done. That's it. It will last 75 plus washes, which is the longest wash quality standard in the industry.
Thank you to InShane89 for your supportive TikTok comment. I appreciate that. Riggs Media Group says, what will we be pressing at PMP? You'll have to come along and see.
Yeah, we're not going to give away secrets this early on in the game. It's still 5 weeks away. We are going to be pressing though, just to clear that up. Okay, so I've loaded the hoodie on. Obviously, we've got the pocket in the way, so I've put my pillow under here so that it's isolated the area. This is going to sit just above the kangaroo pocket, which is perfect. And then I'm going to pull the neckline off because I don't want to mark that. Even when using the pillow, I still try and remove any obstructions if I can, just because it saves like having them under the heat. But sometimes you can't avoid it. That's on a 10 and you just have to go with it. Okay. Pre-press to remove wrinkles and moisture. Wrinkles, creases, same thing. And then we're going to put Vegas 25 Andy's Stag Do on the front. Now, a tip I sometimes give people, because this is black and I'm struggling to see where the middle is. If you don't know where the center is on your transfer, if we pre-cut them for you, then they'll be slap bang in the middle. But if like I've cut this out myself, I'm not entirely sure if it's exactly the middle. So I just find the 2 edge points and create like a teeny mark in the top. And then from there, I can see like where the exact midpoint is in that design. So place it down.
Lots of excitement for PMP in the comments.
Hell yeah. P&P is going to be great this year.
Darren said, Molly rant.
To be fair, that was quite calm considering, wasn't it? That was quite a mellow Molly rant.
People know you so well now.
Are we going to start rating them from like mellow Molly rant to like magnificent Molly rant? Beth and I into alliteration this week. That was our conversation of topics. I feel like it's only right to carry it on. Okay. Then we've got Vegas. So, I mean, this is literally, we've got so many different prints going on. So Vegas 25 and the date on the back. And do you know what I find really like amusing with this is it's one template, like that actual 25 number with the text inside it is such a simple concept that I'm like has come from school leavers, but we've just created 4, and that's not even all of them that you can do. This is just the ones that we've thought would be most useful to you guys today. We've done a stag do, we've done a corporate summer party, we've done school, which is over there, and rugby team tour. So that's 4 different jobs, markets, industries you can cover with one piece of artwork, which, like I said at the beginning, is free because we give it to you. So all you have to do is customize it and you are done. Okay. Any questions before we move on?
Just comments. True Vibe says, I use that folding tip all the time now, and I'll be sure to come and say hi at P&P.
Please do. We'd love to see you.
Yeah, we're doing really well. We're at 12:52. People have been with us for 52 minutes by now.
Amazing. I am going to print this beanie because I'm not going to lie.
It?
The little Super S from the, where did I put that? It's over here. So I'm going to cut, because it's a little patch. I'm going to take my ink transfer and cut the Super S off of our logo. Like that.
I can see a little bit of personal gain happening here. I wonder where this beanie's going to go after it's been
I'm going to
printed.
wear it for my lunchtime walk. Is this not my colour? Okay. To be fair, I eyed this one up when we did our winter warm-up event with Ashford.
Darren's placement said...
Top of the design, base of the hat. Right?
Top
Just checking.
Design, edge of beanie. Yeah.
Edge, that was the word.
Edge of beanie.
Okay.
Is the Inktra transfer similar to screen print?
It is. So Inktra is a screen print transfer. It's just like a newer, updated version. So for those of you that are familiar with our transfer products, our screen print transfers are traditionally printed on like white carrier paper, which is not transparent. You can't see through it. And when you've got white ink on a white carrier paper, it's really difficult to place it accurately. So with the clear carrier, it's compatible with the ProPlace IQ, which is image projection. And even if you don't have a ProPlace, you can see the white ink so much clearer now. And it's a hot peel, and it's got better scalable pricing if you're doing higher quantity. So for levers, for workwear, anything fulfillment, really, that's the transfer you want to be using. Plus the finish on it is just perfect. Right. Let's give this a go. I'm a bit nervous with the pressure, I'm not going to lie. It's on a 2. Okay. 3, I didn't really change much. Okay. Right. Let's get this. Let's try and get this in the middle. Do you know why I think I do this upside down? It's because it feels alien to fuse a transfer facing you.
Do you want tape?
Nah.
Okay.
Because always if you thread the t-shirt on and you put the transfer upside down, I think that's why it feels so strange. Right, let's get this accurate. I think that's, I'm nervous, people. Okay. And we're on a 4. Whoop. 3 to 4, yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, super easy to print beanies, especially patch beanies. And these new ones from Beachfield with like the tone on, like the colour that they've got going on here.
They've made patch beanies extremely fashionable.
Yeah, so like normally you'd think of a patch beanie and be like, oh no, I don't want to wear that. But this, like the colour of it, this patch isn't that big. And the fact that the colour of the patch matches the hat, like, love it.
Yes, you can do gang sheets. Do you want to talk about gang sheets just really quickly? Can you do them with Inktra?
You can do gang sheets with Inktra, yes. We obviously recommend if you are doing higher volume jobs, you don't want to be standing there cutting all your transfers out. If you've got 100, 200, 500, thousands even. So we do pre-cut them in the 8 or 9 different sizes that we offer. But if you do want to order like a shorter run of 10, 20, 50, and you're happy to say you've got 2 designs that you want to put on an A3 and you're happy to just cut them up the middle, then you can absolutely do gang sheets. If you're new to heat printing, so for anyone, was it Instagram or TikTok listening that wants to start their business? TikTok, if you order Ultra Color Max direct to film transfers, you can get like a meter long gang sheet of transfer designs. So that I would say is a great one for like testing and ordering a variety of transfers to begin with, rather than like a stack of 10 that are all the same and you might not use that design. If you like, you can test different designs, you can trial error, big, small, whatever you like. That's a great one to get started with, and you can just order one as well.
And then someone else has asked, will Inktra feel the same as traditional screen print?
I think it feels better.
It does feel better.
Yeah, I do. It's still made with real plastisol inks, so that part hasn't changed. It's still a true screen print transfer, but the finish on it is just so much more premium. Not to say that our other ones were bad. I still love our other screen prints. They're a lot softer compared to actual like screen printed t-shirts, but Inktra is just on another level. You need to just order 10 and try it, trust me.
I think the feel of a traditional screen print is a controversial subject, because the feel of a traditional screen print is actually quite raised and a little bit scratchy and
so
hard.
That's what I meant by like our traditional. So that's what I meant by our original screen print transfers being better than original screen print, but obviously Inktra is then like another level.
Perfect. And True Vibe says, can we get a close-up of the beanie?
You can, yes.
Lovely.
There's our little mint beanie. I do YouTube.
Placement's great as well.
I know, right? No tape. How good am I?
Sandra, Molly is using, I hope you can hear me, Molly's using the Hottronics Auto Open. Prices start from £1,130.
I actually love that. That's so cute. Okay, so
we're going to wrap this up.
I think I'm going to wrap this up today. Yeah, great live, everyone. Thanks for joining me. Quick couple of housekeeping notices before we leave. Events coming up. Yes, we will be at Print Run Promotion, Stand D30. Make sure you reserve your ticket and come and see us. We've got some amazing offers as well that you don't want to miss. We are also planning our next in-house event here at Braintree, and it's not going to be that long after P&P. So make sure you're subscribed to our email newsletter to do that. Beth, if you want to put a link for that in the comments so people can sign up if you're not already. And next week's live is going to be what's new for screen print in 2025. So those of you that have had custom transfer questions today, specifically about screen print or even DTF, to be honest with you, come back next week, and Andy is going to be taking center stage because Beth is leaving us. She's having a day off. So we're going to put Andy in front of the camera next week, and he's going to talk through everything you need to know about screen print for 2025, along with other transfer stuff as well. So make sure you join us for that. And until next week, thanks so much for joining us, everyone.